Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, what are we doing here? We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater, New York City. Man, New York City is different. Shout out to everybody in New York. We got a chocolate sister coming up to a man right here. And again, she's in heat. This is an example of a woman in heat.
I'm a divorcee. I'm looking for somebody else, but no relationship. Just fuck. Guess what? I'm a nurse and make good money.
How much?
I make $5 grand a month on TikTok.
So how much you giving
and
me?
$150,000 a year.
How much you giving me?
Zero. I used to give my husband money.
I ain't your husband.
But guess what? My husband's on parole for life.
I ain't.
He raped somebody and now I had to pay
Guess what? I didn't. I didn't rape nobody.
TikTok makes me good money.
Come on.
Faith, hope, look me up.
Listen, if you get...
All right, so this is an example of a woman in heat. All right, she got them saggy waggies. There's no bra on and no panties. That thing is percolating. And so this is an example of, hey, man, this woman cold approached me outside in New York City in Times Square. All right, and you're going to go back next week, and she not going to know who the fuck you are. So that's an example. But she out here talking about with them saggy waggies, talking about she make money on TikTok. She said, hey, I got a divorcee. He in life prison. No relationship, just fuck. All right. So, ladies, you often wonder why it's hard out here for y'all to keep a man interested in you. There's always these women out here, man. You are getting undercut by other women in heat. All right.
I'm a divorcee. I'm looking for somebody else, but no relationship.
All right, I'm looking for somebody else, but no relationship. Look at them titties, though. Them titties sitting right. Yeah, want to bite, yeah. She got a Jesus hat on, too, for sure, ABL.
Just fuck.
Just fuck. Yep, there it is. They out here. When a woman is in heat, she will choose who she wants. When a woman is in heat, she will choose what she wants. Ain't no cold approach necessary, because dudes will be like, Coach, man, you keep telling men to wait for them to approach you. Yep. When they ready to go, they ready to go. All right, they will open up the door, and the door won't stay open very long. You got about 15 seconds to decide. All right, if you want to catch HIV, or if you want to get a free piss of punani, or so forth. Now he wants her. See, again, sometimes, you know, and this woman, I don't know if she's homeless. She might be homeless. I'm just saying. But sometimes now you say too much. Now you want her to pay you. You need to pay me. All right. She was trying to give you that witch's brew right there. All right. She don't look too bummy out here. She don't look that bummy. She definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Guess what? I'm a nurse and make good money.
How much?
Of course she's a nurse. And then she says, how much you make? Oh, I make my money on TikTok.
$5 grand a month on TikTok.
I thought you were a nurse.
So how much?
Look at them saggy waggies, boy. I'm going to tell you, them wagglers going to be out. Them dog ears going to be out. Oh, I don't want it. All right. Yeah, sometimes Tupac said, hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. Look at these saggies. These are some saggy waggies right here, man. There's definitely no bra on this one. It's just a shirt. Them titties about to be out waggling.
How much you giving
and $150,000 a year.
How much you giving me?
Zero. I used to give my husband money.
I ain't your husband.
But guess what? My husband's on parole for life.
On parole for life? What does that mean? Parole for life? Man, them Caribbean Jamaican Haitian bitches. All right, what do they say? Girl, them wicked. Girl, them wicked. Girls, them wicked. Is that what they say down there in the Caribbeans? Girl, them wicked. All right, them. I bet you her areolas are nice. I bet you they're nice. They look like they nice. Yeah, I want to see them. Unbuckle that shirt. All right. All right, unbuckle that shirt. She all over the place. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. This post right here triggered a lot of men. Absolutely triggered it. Near 500,000 likes. So this is in the category of probably well over 2 or 3 million views. Listen to this video, and of course, it's a Latina or a woman that looks like a Latina.
Now I got to cut.
All right, and listen to what she says.
Today I started my cycle and I've been craving an argument with my husband. The house was pretty peaceful, so I figured I'd make the argument from scratch. I waited until I heard him enjoying himself and thought it was the perfect time to bring up an argument from 4 years ago. I know we already talked through it, but I denied that and instead exaggerated the details of the story. Unfortunately, he said the right things, so I decided to turn up the heat. I asked him if I was a worm, if he would still love me. I didn't like his facial expression, so I registered that as him not loving me as a worm. I now have the perfect reason to cry myself to sleep tonight, in which I'll store in the fridge for later. Today.
Oh no.
Now I got to cut you.
All right, you guys don't realize, and this is I know this is a skit and it's meant to be satire, but this is not a skit. This is 100% truth. And the longer you're in a relationship, there's a lot of women that do shit like this. Like 70, 80, 90% of them are capable of doing some shit like this. This is what they do. They're bored. And yes, the more attractive they are, the more likely they're going to do it, and the more likely you're going to put up with it. So this one, the comment section, ninjas got triggered. All right, but this is why I say all men pay. So not only you pay to maintain this beauty, you also have to pay with your emotional labor. All right, this is the emotional labor. This is the energy that I talked about. You thought you did well. You bought her a gift card to Sephora. You gave her the credit card to go shopping. You bought her a Range Rover. You put her up in a nice house, and it still is not enough. Still is not enough. All right, they will find ways to get attention. So what's happening here is we talk about it. Positive attention and negative attention, there's no difference. Women cannot distinguish the two. Women cannot distinguish the two. So what they'll happen is if they're not getting positive attention, they will seek out the negative attention. So this is an example of what she's talking about. This is part of my teaching to you to tell you, yes, this happens. Doesn't mean you're going to break up and get divorced. Eventually you will. But I'm saying these are the death by 1,000 cuts. These are the death by 1,000 cuts. Now, when you crash out on her, she's going to call you abusive. Or she's going to call you abusive because you yelled at her. Not only did you yell at her, you yelled at her and she knew she was actually looking for negative attention. This is an admission right here. Let's go ahead and play it again.
I started my cycle and I've been craving an argument with my husband.
Started my cycle, craving an argument with my husband, and she's got the big ass knife out.
Now I got to cut you.
The house was pretty peaceful, so I figured I'd make the argument from scratch.
Yep, the house was peaceful, so I'm going to make the argument by scratch. It's peaceful. Everything's right with the world. It's boring. The bills are paid. We don't have any stresses. He's about to sit down and take a nap. He's about to, guys, I told you this when I told you about married women, and they even admit this. When you sit down on the couch and take a nap, she starts doing what? Slamming cabinet doors, vacuum cleaning, stomping around the house, turning on water. All right, that's what she's doing. Turning on the water all loud. All right, clanging silverware. This is what they do. This is what they're capable of doing. All of them. Agents of Chaos. Old school video. Agents of Chaos. All right, this is all true. Just to let you guys know, this is not a skit.
I waited until I heard him enjoying himself and thought it was the perfect time to bring up an argument.
Yep, so he's enjoying himself. He's minding his own business. He's in his phone. He's on his video games. He's doing his work, minding his own business. So I think this is the perfect time to engage in bringing up something from the past. And she a nice piece of ass, so I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, but there it is. He got a big fancy house. Here we go.
From 4 years ago. I know we already talked through it, but I denied that and instead exaggerated the details.
Exaggerated the details, and she got her feet out. Okay, here we go.
Of the story. Unfortunately, he said the right things, so I decided to turn up the heat.
All right, so he said the right things. Oh, baby, I love you. You know I didn't mean all that. All right, I take full accountability and responsibility. Baby, I'm yours. All right, you're my girl, and I would never do that again. Don't worry about it. Don't worry your pretty little head. And guess what? She said that ain't enough. Let's turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. He didn't even give me what I wanted. Now, let's fuck around and find out.
I asked him if I was a worm, if he would still love me. I didn't like his facial expression, so I registered that as him not loving me as a worm. I now have the perfect reason to cry myself to sleep tonight, in which
Yep, and there you go. Just because you want a pretty little doll in your house. These are the things that I talk about. These are the things that I talk about when men say, but coach, I'm lonely. I need a relationship. I'm lonely. I just need a girl. I need a girl who's mine, all mine. And then you forget in your loneliness all the bullshit. You forget all that bullshit that you used to put up with in your loneliness. All right. Now, I know that even if I was a lonely person, I'll choose the peace. Because if I just bring a woman in, she's going to come up with chaos. All right, to me. I'm like, dude, in all of my loneliness, if I ever experience a bout of loneliness, which, to be honest with you, I do about a minute every other week. 1 minute. I'll be honest, about 1 minute, I'll be like, it's a lot quiet around here. Perhaps I'll get a girl. It's about 1 minute. And then I say, nah. All right, nah, fuck that. All right, but you get lonely, you forget about all this BS, and you only think about the good times that you missed. But yeah, this is coming. This is coming, man. This is coming, brothers. Shout out to her right there for putting that skit together. Boy, we got a long straggle with Sniggle Theater, so buckle your seatbelt. We got this ninja right here, a former Detroit Lions football player. Yes, the Detroit Lions has been arrested for peeing on an old white woman. Oh, my goodness. Let's listen to these details.
Investigators say ex-NFL player Goster Sherilis relieved himself onto an elderly woman forcing the plane back to Logan Airport.
I glanced up at him. I thought at first he was just going to expose himself. And then he pulled out his penis and he started to urinate.
He appeared in court facing multiple charges, including disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
He fully emptied his bladder on me.
In response to the accusations, Sherilis posted this on Instagram, saying in part, quote, "I took a sleeping medication that I don't normally use, which resulted in behavior that is not representative of my character, and I would like to apologize to the passengers and flight crew." And investigators say ex-NFL...
And there he is, the Detroit Lions peeing on an old white woman. Man, what is you thinking, man? This is crazy, bro.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
You pee?
Come on, man.
Damn, man. She said it was a big piss. Now, she didn't say she didn't like it. Because if you listen to this story, initially, she was with it. All right? She was with the shit. Now, when he emptied the bladder and he walked away and just, shucked the last couple of drops on her and walked off, yeah, that's when she kind of got offended. But it sounded like she was with it. All right, and I'm going to tell you where I tell you she was with that shit for a minute. Let me go ahead and show you here.
NFL player Goster Sherilis relieved himself onto an elderly woman forcing the plane back to Logan Airport.
I glanced up at him. I thought at first he was just going to expose himself.
There it is right there. At first, I thought he was just going to expose himself. Sound like you was looking like, sound like she was like, well, Granny done pulled them big titties back. Like, yeah, okay. All right, whip it out. All right, she was like, look at this. He pulled the ding-a-ling out. He pulled the ding-a-ling out. She sat back like she wanted to put it in her mouth. It sounded like she was with it. Look at Granny. She was like, put it in here. All right, this is fantastic. This is my lucky day. She was going to pull them soapy titties out for sure. She was with that shit. All right, yo. Oh, my goodness.
And then,
yeah. She didn't care at that point.
He, pulled out his penis.
And she still didn't care. So it took all that time. She was like, great. What else?
And he started to urinate.
He appeared in...
All right. I don't think she was minding that either for a minute. All right. But then when he emptied the bladder and shuck off the last couple of drops, like glop, 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 and walked off. Yeah, I think that's where it was. I think that's where she got offended. She was like, this is embarrassing. All right. We got another guy out here with a minor. Oh, my goodness. Wait till you see this video. What neighborhood is this? I think this is New York or Chicago. I think this is Chicago. A black man, looks like he's in his 40s. He might look older than his age, is with a young white woman and gets caught impressed by the homies. Here we go.
I'm not feeling that right now. You went crazy. Hey, cuz, what you doing with that girl? You going to prison? You going to prison? You going to prison? How old are you, honey? You going to prison, boy. You going to prison? That's a white woman. A white woman. You going to prison. Prison. Where you from, honey? Where? Southside where, honey? 115th Street. And what? You a Latin King?
You a Latin King?
You 115 for what? Okay, well. What made you come over here? That's my friend. What's your friend? What's his name then, baby? This is your friend. Where you meet Cook at?
Look how she dribbling the ball. That's definitely a middle schooler. Barely in high school, how she dribbling that ball. That's a grown-ass man. And there's another woman with a Jesus Christ shirt on. What's going on with the Jesus people? And why is this old-ass ninja hanging out with this? Yo, he got called out. Like, nigga, no. You going to jail. Big boy jail. All right? Ninja, that girl 15, fam. And what is she doing? That's somebody's daughter. What did I tell you? That's somebody's daughter. He called her out. Baby, what's your name? And do you know his name? Why you with this ninja? We know who this ninja is, and we know the type of ninja he is, and we know who he do to girls. What are you doing with him? And where's your family? Oh my
On the train, which train? You don't know?
He already smashed.
Howard? What the fuck you was doing on Howard, Cook? I'm just dying to figure out.
Look, he said, I'm just dying to figure out. Look at this, man. Is that a girl? All right, it is a girl. Oh, look at, she got the slides on. Yeah, he been smashing this for a minute. Look at this nasty ass ninja. Oh my goodness, ninja. Wow. Somebody said this New York City. This say Greenwich, Connecticut. Greenwich? Man, sus. He said, I'm just dying to find out.
What was you doing on Howard, and what was you doing talking to her?
What you mean what I was doing talking to her? What I always do. What you doing asking me questions about talking?
Because that is a young white woman, boy. Your ass going to prison.
How?
Don't you know the motherfucking...
Wrong.
Don't you know what the fuck going on right now, boy?
Don't ever tell me.
Yeah, those his slides right there. What do you think about that one? Her mannerisms are giving definitely minor. All right, she might be 18 or 16, whatever's the state legal thing in your state, but she definitely giving high school. I mean, freshman year of high school. This just said, hey man, shout out to this guy for pressing him. All right, sometimes you got to mind your own business, but sometimes you got to inquiring minds want to know, like, what the fuck is this shit? All right, now, if I tell you, man, she 18 and I show you the ID, you got to let her go. Got to let her go. But she definitely giving a minor. Like, what is she doing? And why is she outside with that guy? This is what I'm telling you about. I've been telling you about this for quite a while. These girls outside. These girls be outside, and they don't see an issue with it initially. Of course, this is a victim. I wouldn't do anything like this. This guy's asking to go to jail. This guy asking to go to jail. All right, so he's looking out. I think he's right in a situation where the girl clearly looks like she's going to be underage. Like she might be in even an 8th grade. That looked like an 8th to 10th grader. At tops, that doesn't look like a girl that's just young. All right, or looks young. Just her mannerisms alone. All right, this is crazy. So how did she get out there? You would have to ask, because she's definitely in a neighborhood she shouldn't be in. She don't look like she belongs there. This is crazy. Somebody said this earlier. There's no victims, there's volunteers. And women have been even saying, these girls are out here with that cat. They out here in that cat. So you got to watch out, man. I mean, it's, on both sides, everybody's wrong. It's crazy.
You went crazy. Hey, Cook, what you doing with that girl?
He said, hey, cuz, what you doing with that girl? I mean, her face is kind of strong, though. But, yeah, that man, bruh, you walking in broad daylight, Ninja, you asking for it. All right, she asking for it, too, man. She asking for it, too. This is crazy. Sheesh. In broad day. Hey, man, wow.
You going to prison? You going to prison? You going to prison? How old are you, honey? You going to prison, boy?
He said you going to prison, boy.
Prison? That's a white woman.
He said that's a white woman. You going to prison? That's a white woman. I don't think that's 18. Just to be honest with you, just her mannerisms. I coached a lot of girls this age, meaning that I used to coach basketball. I kind of know where ages line up. She ain't 18 at all. All right, that's not an 18-year-old. Just how she's holding the ball, right? Her mannerism, how she's dribbling the ball. This girl's a freshman in high school.
White woman going to prison. Prison. Where you from, honey? Where? Southside where, honey? 115th Street. And what? You a Latin king?
You a Latin king. Oh, my goodness. He said, I'm trying to figure out.
You 115 for what? Okay, well. What made you come over here? That's my friend. What's your friend? What's his name then, baby? This is your friend. Where you meet Cook at? On the train? Which train? You don't know?
Yeah, she don't even know what train she got on. The story ain't even straight. That's not giving 18.
Howard? What the fuck you was doing on Howard, Cook? I'm just dying to figure out what was you doing on Howard and what was you doing talking to her?
And he looked like he do this on the regular. So what if somebody said what if she was black? What if she was black? Would it be okay? Unfortunately, a lot of black women do look older for their age, so maybe not have found out. But man, that's a crazy video. All right, what do we got here? We have this guy right here on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. He just got divorced after 20 years of marriage. All right, 20 years of marriage, divorce. Here we go.
What is your goal here tonight? What is your mission? I've been the most amazing husband for the last 20 years, right? And the bitch is divorcing me, and she's not doing it nice. She's doing it in the worst possible way a person could ever divorce somebody. For the first time in 20 years, I hope to find the cleanest shaved I've ever had in my whole life.
Humanity.
Look at that. So this ninja starving out here.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, 20 years married, great divorce. I always warn you of this, guys. It can happen at the drop of a hat. You guys sit up there and act like it can't happen to you. I'm here to tell you it can happen to you. So now he out here, and guess what he looking for? He looking for that punani. Nice, shaved, fresh punani.
We just looking at the booty. We're looking at the breast. We're looking at her neck. We're looking at her feet. We're looking at her.
I ain't looking at no feet.
He been waiting.
You looking at feet? Yes, I'm looking at feet.
He been waiting. He been waiting for the JUCO. He like, I'm tired of this old bag. I need some young, shaved, fresh punani. This ninja starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
He going to the JUCO. Oh my goodness. And he's smiling. He's showing teeth. I want some young, fresh and green. All right. With no hair between. Know what I mean? All right. Yes, indeed. That brother. He going to get him some young pieces. Look at this ninja. Evil. He going to the dark side. He going to the dark side for sure. Oh, no. All right. Yes, indeed. He said, no more old bitch. I'm going in.
I'm looking for my Ken, so I want to know where he is.
Right there. Hello, Ken.
Oh, there go her feet.
I just want a totally new sentence in my life.
Oh, no. Oh, this. Okay, you need some work, sir. This ain't going to work. You scaring the pussy away. You scaring the young broads away. Ninja, this is how you do it.
I got money.
Say less. Men be talking themselves out of punani. He's scaring the girls away. They go be out of here. You trauma dumping on the broad. All right? Damn, man, $300, $250 would have done it. $200 would have done it, Ninja. She would have went for $250. Ninja.
I got money.
All right, but you in your feelings, man. Take it easy. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, work on that game a little.
Yeah, you got to work on your game, sir. You've been off the field. You've been off the you've been on the plantation a little too long. You need to work on your game. All right, this ninja about to be out here tricking. This is about to be out here tricking. All right.
I got money.
All right, yeah, you scaring the punani away. Say less. All right, shout out to him right there, man. Goodness, what a sniggle. All right, these sniggles are out of control. All right, we got a big back that says she's waiting for ninja number 5 to skeet in her guts. You know, you nasty boys. You nasty boys.
Oh, that's nasty.
All right.
I'm ready to have a baby. I'm ready to get knocked up.
I'm tired. I'm ready for my fifth child. My fifth child. Oh, the humanity. I'm ready to have a baby.
Oh,
the humanity. I'm ready to get locked up. I'm tired. I'm ready for my fifth child. My fifth child.
Oh my.
Oh, the humanity.
Look at her. She didn't even slick her hair back. We looking up all under her big ass nostrils. We looking at her neck, big ass back.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
Now, they talking about Cam Newton all week, but here's this woman with 4 kids ready for number 5 who coming to skeet in her guts. Who is it? Who is it? This is incredible, but nobody talking about this but CGA. Look at her dirty ass neck. Oh my Lord.
I'm ready to have a baby.
Sound like you done this before. Boogie's all in her nose.
I'm ready to get locked up.
She don't even you know that Punani out there fuming. All right, but a ninja gonna nut in her too. A ninja gonna nut in her.
I'm tired. I'm ready for my fifth child.
Cam Newton's the problem. No, there's more of these women than there are Cam Newtons and Nick Cannons. Trust me.
My fifth child.
Who put 4 in her? I tell you, these donkeys, these slumpbacks, these booger wolves, these knock-knee, these cockeyed, ninjas will nut in them. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they be out here. Coach, she lying. The ugliest women can get laid. And all she would have to do is say that. And if the ninja horny enough, he will come off and roar up in her. And he'll be a good-looking guy. And you'll be like, Coach, she lying. She not lying. That's why she on the internet. That's why she got 4 kids. And I guarantee you, all the daddies are different. I guarantee you, all the daddies are different. All right. Man, that's Drago and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride